Welcome to Bee's Travelogue, Episode 9. I returned from Phuket Tuesday afternoon, and I was going to leave Bangkok to go to Korea early Saturday morning, so I had very little time left in Bangkok. So Wednesday morning, I picked up this very tasty snack at the subway station and went to Samyan Mitatown. I crossed the street to explore Wat Hua Lumpong. I was greeted by this cute orange cat that tried to get my attention. The temple sits in the middle of the more modern Bangkok, and it's quite impressive. From the temple, I walked to Chulalongkorn University, particularly to see the Museum of Natural History. It was a beautiful, very small museum, and I was the only one there. I didn't notice until I was leaving that I was supposed to have taken off my shoes before entering. I walked around the campus looking for another building, the tea house, but even though I found it, it was not accessible to the public. Chulalongkorn University is very close to some of the big malls in the center of Bangkok, so I first went to MBK Center. Outside MBK Center is this large elevated square from which you have a beautiful view, especially of the big screen that shows continuous advertisements. From the elevated square, it's easy to get into Siam Discovery and through there to Siam Paragon, another one of the very big malls in Bangkok. I happened to come across an advertising event for Charlotte Tilbury and stopped to take photos of the artists that were there. I then went to the large food court downstairs and had some lunch. From Siam Paragon, it's just a short walk past the temple to Central World Mall. This mall is gigantic. I went to the very top and found another food court and a movie theater. And there happened to be another event with stars coming in to promote the opening night of their movie. Even though I had no idea who they were, I was excited to see these young stars and decided I would go check out their movie the next day. By the time I left this event and stepped outside of Central World, night had fallen. I was amazed by all the lights and the big square outside Central World. The next morning, I bought jackfruit in Chinatown. I had never eaten it before, and to me it tasted like dried cantaloupe melon. I took the MRT back to Saladang and then the BTS train to Central World. Here's some durian fruit and some candy choices in the grocery store while I was waiting for the movie to start. The movie was in Thai, but I was lucky that it had English subtitles, so I was able to understand everything. After the movie, I took the BTS back to the riverside. I wanted to see Asiatique, the shopping center that can be reached by boat at a certain time of day. I decided to walk from the BTS station to Asiatique, which was actually quite far, but to me, finding out what lies in between 2 points is always interesting. I arrived just around sunset. To see the river and the boats and the sunset together was really magical. I watched the sunset for a while and then decided to go check out the rest of the area and found this beautiful dragonfly resting on a plant. I then decided to take a tour in the giant Ferris wheel and happened to go on right before it got dark. I thought they would let me out within 1 or 2 turns, but the wheel kept on going for several turns so that I was able to be in the Ferris wheel from the time it just started to get dark until it got really dark. The views over the city were spectacular, so I definitely recommend it. The only problem was that the capsule was enclosed in glass, so there's some reflection in some of the photos. Once I left the Ferris wheel, I walked around a bit more. I was looking for dinner, but everything at Asiatique was pretty expensive, so I decided to take the boat back and eat in my neighborhood. Once again, taking the boat on the Chao Phraya was one of my favorite activities, and I felt a little bit nostalgic knowing that I would leave Bangkok soon and perhaps never return. I took many photos of the riverside at night, trying to hold on to all the memories. I got off at Ratchawong again and walked back to Chinatown, where I found cheap and very good food. Friday was my last full day in Bangkok. I decided to go for a manicure and thought maybe I would find one in Chinatown, but it wasn't that easy to find anything. After emerging from the long Chinatown market, I arrived in the neighborhood of the Siam Museum. The museum was very interesting in that it was trying to explain what it means to be Thai. Still in search of a manicure or at least nail polish, I had a tuk-tuk driver drop me off, and then I walked back to Samyan Mitatan. I then headed back to my Airbnb to pack and treated myself to Indian dinner, which is always one of my favorites. Then around midnight, I took a taxi to take me to the airport and start my move to South Korea. Please join me for episode 10 as I arrive in Mokpo. Thanks for watching.